Good day, collective. How you doing? I went ahead and changed it up a little. Instead of pulling some cards, I went ahead and uh, I do have cards in my hand. I'll explain it a little bit. I went ahead and rolled some dice, and we have Capricorn, which to me says career oriented. We have Saturn, which says the grandfather spirit and like discipline. Um, Goes right along with what I do for business strategy. Um, then you have three. The third house is about communication. Okay, that's what these are. My little makeshift notes. Um, I'm getting your career is you're fixing to communicate with the right people. You're fixing to advance. You've put a lot of thought into this, and I believe that's what this reading is going to be about. So, there's three again. Just number three. Okay, and set these to the side. Alright, so something is significant about the number three. It stuck to my hand. Okay, we have ancestors of time, 1 to 3 weeks, balancing with the number two, inspiration, intuition, juggling. We have King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles tries to expose an Empress. And you are the Empress in your story. You embody that nurturing, caring behavior. Yeah. Spend time in nature. Again, the Empress is very much about that. And then with the Queen of Pentacles and the career aspect of this reading, I feel you've mastered something finally. Like you're finally gonna start reaping reward. You're gonna start seeing like the communication's gonna be growing. You're gonna start meeting new people, and I feel some of them are gonna become. It may just be one. Um, Very beneficial to your life. We have fire element, happiness, optimism, hopefulness, positivity, warmth, radiance, okay, and personal power. Do not give up. I was taking some notes before I started to record. I've tried recording this. They have regrets, by the way. And because the truth has been exposed. I was taking some notes, and upon these songs were playing in my head. So I'll tell you what I wrote down, and then I'll give you the reference to some of these songs or who they're by. I got a lot on my mind, don't got a lot of time, just gonna mind my business. One by one they fall so fast I let them go. I don't do the walk of shame, I strut. Nothing new to me. The ink's not even dry yet. And then I have another song for another day. Um, yeah, the references for those is Anthony Q, Susie Ward, and I believe it's Emmeline, and Jesse Murph, or just like little snippets, clippets that I got. So you have a lot on your mind. You don't got a lot of time. Okay, you're minding your business. Okay. So because you're minding your business and you're keeping yourself one by one, they're falling so fast, I let them go. I don't do the walk of shame, I strut. Okay? Because people are seeing you holding your head up. And in your own right, collective, you've worked very hard to get where you're at. Okay? Nothing new to me. It's not. You've noticed the patterns and you're starting to break the pattern. And then the ink's not even dry yet. In other words, this is still fresh. You're still dealing with this. It's been I'm getting very emotional. You got strength, power, clarity, courage, protection. Okay, you've really worked on something. The truth has been exposed, and people are seeing you in a different light. Anything else? Truth's been exposed. Okay. Something about a twin flame. I just heard somebody might be working with someone from your past. Like somebody in your present who, behind the scenes, wishes ill on you, may be working with someone from your past. I heard revenge. Like they're very, this person that you've been trying to get out of your life, or at least like you didn't ever think it was possible. I'm getting identity theft, many people involved. Okay. Yeah. Present. This is happening right now. The ink's not even dry yet, was the message that I got. Okay. And right here it says protection 444. You are completely surrounded by angels. You are being guided through whatever you are focusing on. So understand this. There is stuff going on behind the scenes, collective. Like somebody has it out for you because they feel like some way deep down they need to get revenge. Okay, they're very tit for tat, and you're ignoring them. So they're trying to be nosy, but I heard they're trying to be nosy, but they've done too much. Okay. Yeah, I get an ancestor of time, like right now when you're seeing this, and this is all my readings are going to be timeless. Even if I do mention new moons, full moons, if you're seeing things at a later date, that's fine. Maybe this is your reminder to go back and look and see what happened within that time frame. Okay, so aside from that, the situation that you've been dealing with, somebody was I'm getting with identity theft. Somebody was trying to, I heard, defame your character. Okay, defame. I heard deface. Somebody tried to copy you, collective. I heard they didn't do it right. Spirit's on point today. I like it. Let's see what else we could get. Yeah, whatever you've been working on, collective, don't give up. Seriously, don't give up. February. Something you started back in February? Or you might have started this, but, maybe it'll take till next February, to actually, see how everything unfolds. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Alright? You might be born in February, too. Or this person might be born in February. Okay? We have the number 5. This has been coming out in almost every single reading. Okay? Change, freedom, adventure, chaos, conflict, challenge, unpredictability, and unknown. Spider. I've had 2 videos, if you go back and look, I've had 2 videos interrupted by really big spiders. Like, we're talking this big with their legs, like huge spiders. Okay? It says weaving, connection, creativity, shadow work, fear, and luck. Okay? Someone's in fear because they're finally starting to see that your luck is on point. Like, you've been weaving. Sorry, I'm trying to read this. You've been weaving the web to catch your success. Okay, so perhaps you've done, I'll use myself as an example. I'm just now starting my channel. and I'm on Substack. I have Buy Me a Coffee. I'm starting to outreach, and try and help people, okay? Like, you've been very creative in whatever the shadow work is that you've been working on, okay? You've been working on something behind the scenes as well, but whoever this is who's working with an old flame, I'm getting old flame, okay? Twin flame, take it how it resonates, but to me, the energy I'm feeling in this read is, this is an old flame, okay? You can have multiple twin flames in your life. They're not always good. That's why it's called a flame, okay? There could be you had a spark of a chapter, okay? Somebody's working behind the scenes, so I wanted to say be careful, but then Spirit, real quick with that thought, said you already are being careful, okay? Don't give up. This reveal has jaws dropped and eyebrows raised. That's not the first time I've got that in my last few reads. Be real with the duality of the passion and ability. Just because one is stronger, balance for success. Okay? Again, do not lead with your passion. Okay? But take it with you along the way. An empire is crumbling. Don't get caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, stay away from whatever this negative energy is that you've been feeling, or whoever you've been trying to cut ties with, or, distance yourself from. You don't want to be seen with them. They're getting themselves caught up in something. And like I said, there could be... I did just get... Wow, okay. I did just get an old flame. May have tried to rekindle with someone who they try to replace you with. Okay? Take it how it resonates. Seasoned energy, older. Yeah. I'm getting that. Many people involved. They might be older than you, or this might be an older situation, like years ago, but these people are still caught up on you. So the fact that you have someone now in your energy, and I heard they might be reaching out to your old flame. An enemy of my enemy is my best friend, is what they're thinking. Eyes are on you. Baby, just keep strutting, okay? In that song. I don't walk the line, or what is it? I don't do the walk of shame. I strut. You strut. And keep your head up. Alright? Don't let them see you down. Even if you're having a bad day, baby, paint a smile on that face and look confident and hold your head up. And the less you speak, the wiser you appear. Mercury, communication, messages, self-expression, and ideas. Exactly. Do not over-communicate with these people. Okay? I keep getting someone's going to try and come in. And they're already behind the scenes working on something they know they shouldn't be, and actually they feel ashamed for it right now. Prayers are being answered. You're protected. There may be a lawyer involved in this situation. Cycle of life, creation, interconnectedness, the collective, flower of life. Okay? There's cycles that are repeating themselves. Okay? The interconnectedness, alright? And collective, you're feeling this energy. You've been trying to get someone out of your space that you realized you needed to cut karmic ties with. Okay? And this could be any relationship, partnership. Take it as it resonates. Wildness, freedom, expansion. Again, freedom. You're finally putting a foot forward and taking control of your freedom. We have don't leave every bridge in ashes. Okay, so the folks that have, you know, silently cheered you on along the way, like you don't have no beef with them, don't burn your bridges with them. You know, maybe even reach out if you haven't spoken with a specific family member or a friend or like an old co-worker in the last few months, but like it was cordial terms. You know, life was just life, and all right, maybe reach out to them. Know your worth. All right. My biggest message through all of my reads is please know your worth. All right. You're not what people said you were and what people are saying you are. You've been working very hard on yourself. Yeah. You're worthy. Keep going. Keep working on what you're working on. Someone has a mask on. Yeah, it's probably the person that's working with this old flame. Like, I see someone like shuddering in a corner, like, withdrawing their arms and their legs and their head, kind of like almost like a fetal position, going, what have I done? Whatever they done, they can't take back. Integrity, strength, life, growth. You're going to grow from this. Okay? It's this life lesson that's happening for you. You're going through it with your strength and you have integrity. Okay? Hold your integrity. Don't give up and don't give in on what people are saying you are, because you are working on something that is going to turn out so awesome. Okay? We have number 7. I correlate this on a regular basis with like spiritualism. I don't know. Number 7 has always been significant to me, one way or another. I'm gonna look up the house real quick for you, so I'm not giving you misinformation. Okay, relation, partnership, collaboration, agreements, diplomacy, attraction, sensitive to others, marriage partners, legal affairs, cooperation, abundance, business, connections with public. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and leave that right there. Okay, here it is. Alright, abundance, wealth. You're working towards your abundance. Alright, you're doing a really good job. Archangel Gabriel relays God's messages in a human way of understanding, except with pure heart. God is my strength. Number 8, abundance, money, forward movement, transformation, eternity, and change. You are changing. By September, I'm hearing you will be seeing your results. Like, things will be picking up. You will have made a connection with someone who has, has a way for you to get here if you haven't gotten there already. In other words, like, I'm hearing partnership. Okay, and this could be work related. Actually, this could be relationship. I mean, it all comes down. The number 7 even says partnership, collaborations. Like, this is gonna, I feel you're gonna have a collaboration by September. And Spirit also once been mentioned that it could be in spirit. Alright, it might not be in the physical, because you might be so focused on minding your business and just spiritually your guides are with you. Your guides are watching you, and they are there. If you speak to them, if you open up to them, they are there to guide you and look out for the signs. Okay? Truth. I'm liking this read. This is a very positive read. So much better than these other ones. It's kind of gloomy today. I feel reflection is in order. Okay, to the moon and back. Number 9, the end of a cycle, completion, finishing things up, accomplishment, endings, and wholeness. You're going to feel very complete once you start adapting to the life that you're building. High level. You're going to be seen on a higher level as authentic. You're going to be praised for being authentic. 98 might be significant. 79, 89, 87. We have 1 to 4 days. A mask is falling off. You might get a message within 1 to 4 days. We have number 33, a number of success and growth, high vibrational creativity, divine inspiration, creating your own destiny. Okay? I heard mind, body, soul. Triangle, manifestation, enlightenment, confirmation. You've been manifesting your future. Like, anything you're thinking right now, you're manifesting, so keep it positive. Okay? Manifestation, enlightenment, creativity, higher awareness, and revolution. We are in a time of revolution. If you pay attention to the news or anything, yeah. Dragon. That's funny. Not funny. Clearing the path ahead, fierceness, travel, and protection. I say not funny because I just instantly got fire, and I was just kind of mentioning, like, this is a revolutionary time. You're clearing the path ahead. There may be some travel for you, and I just heard in around September. Okay, know that you're protected and be fierce in your goals. Be fierce in what you want. Don't be rude, but, be straight on point and know that you have a plan and stick to it. Okay, don't let anybody knock you off. Circles with wholeness, totality, perfection, never ending, and cycles. I just heard these new cycles that are coming up are going to benefit you. Okay? Take it how it resonates. We even have spiral, growth, expansion, consciousness, awareness, and evolution. Revolution, evolution, expansion. You're doing nothing but growing. Change is coming. Be artistic and creative. Balance material and physical with emotional and spiritual. There's that number 6 again. That next step past that pivotal point where you're starting to look up again. Look up and look out, I heard. Support, nurture, heal, luck, and victories. Kick back and gather your thoughts. Okay? I'm going to mention it again. I've mentioned in my previous reads. I do on Substack the new moon and full moon journal prompts. It's just a little guidance. If you're curious, go check it out. If you've been looking for journal prompts, that work with the current energy, go check it out. I'll link it in the description. Oh, that flew out. Yeah, number 10. Completion. Completion of a cycle. New beginnings are present. Perfection and completion. Clarity, reflection, wisdom, psychic abilities, sleekness, stars, modern, high-tech wealth, space travel, elegance, and meditation. Okay? I heard shiny. You're moving on up. Be yourself. And you're not hearing anything right now. You're listening to my readings or, another reader. The fact that you're not getting any news from said person working behind the scenes, it's good news, okay? I heard you are protected. We have a bitter karmic. Yeah, you're protected from this bitter karmic. And even in the future, you will be protected. Okay? Allow your natural gifts to shine. Moving on up. Air, sky, thoughts and ideas, communication, spiritual connection, spirituality, ether, spirit. Okay, and it's the crown chakra. Alright, air is also to do with like intelligence. You know, yes, air signs are very thoughtful and they have lots of ideas, but they are also known for being very intelligent and working through. I mean, for instance, the justice system is the scales. What is Libra? Balancing. What is Libra? An air sign. Okay. I heard get out and get some fresh air. Inspiration and imagination. You know, get some fresh air and get some new inspiration. Okay. Have a little imagination. You know, like, you've been working so hard. I'm hearing it's time for you to start making a little more time for the rest. Okay, you've come this far. You're doing good. You have a steady pace going right now. You know, even though folks are working on revenge in the background, at least I heard they believe so. Okay, but in the end, it's gonna work out in your benefit because they don't know what you have going on. All right, and once they figure out what you have going on, they're gonna look stupid. Okay? Take it how it resonates. New moon, new beginnings, set your intention. We have the Taurus full new moon coming up. Introspection. The new moon is a time for introspection. And I'm gonna tuck these right here. And then Taurus. I was gonna look up Taurus for you. It's just when my brain has to go to my mouth, it just doesn't work right on pace. And then if you need to speed this up, please, by all means. I have to speed up most of everything I listen to. Taurus is High Priestess. I have energy. Okay, and also the Hierophant. It's slow, steady, abundant, sensual, and deliberate, stable, can be possessive, easygoing. They're about security, and they're very practical, artistic, dependable, calm. On my card, I have beware of a full schedule and forcing unpleasant tasks. Indulge your senses, enjoy slow food, and valuable wealth creation. Okay, I'm gonna put that right there. Even though they're my notes, I don't mind adding them in. We have the horse. In a couple of different readings, the horse was coming up, and since then, I've heard freedom. Like, you're working towards your freedom. We have freedom right here. We have, freedom and expansion up here. All right, freedom, majesty, courage, perseverance, integrity, power, faithfulness. Okay, if you see a horse, it could be picture, video, or in person. Spirit needs you to know that that'll be your sign you're on the right path. Okay, perseverance. All right, hold faithfully to your integrity. Trinity knot, power of 3, magic cycles. Okay. Power of 3. Everything happens in threes. So you know what? If you had bad situation, and recently you had good situation, Spirit's telling you it happens in threes. Good situation are to come. Right there, next to the future. Okay? And cycles, again. Those cycles are coming in 3. I've seen you with your family. Don't rip mine apart. Yeah. Whoever has been working behind the scenes with this revengeful attitude, you've seen them with other people, and you know how they treated you, and I heard you have the receipts to prove that your family's not to be messed with. You know, like your, I'm hearing immediate circle is not to be messed with. Happy home. There you go. Exactly. Your immediate family, you know, your immediate circle is happy. You feel at home with the people that you've been surrounding yourself with lately, and instead of those toxic people. All right, and we have moving forward. All right, I'm gonna get. Technically, these are my oracle cards, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull an oracle card, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I'm loving this. All right, even though you got somebody working behind your back, collective, I'm here to tell you that everything's gonna work out. Like, don't worry. Do not worry. Okay, I had a couple want to come out, but this one, be graceful in movement and action. See, it was telling me to put those two back. Right, so be graceful in movement and action. Taurus, right? Slow, steady. Taurus being the bull. Okay. If you watch them out in the field, you know, eating grass or you know whatever bulls do on a regular basis, they are very graceful animals. In a distance, they kind of stink, but they help you to grow your seeds, though. But yeah, steady course forward. This is a very beautiful message. And my mouth is so dry, so instead of making you sit through me drinking water, I'm gonna just go ahead and end it here. Collective, you're on the right path, and stick to what you've been doing. You know, if there needs to be some adjustments, make some adjustments, but otherwise, you're on the right path, and things are looking up. Okay?